Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair coverage of E3 2014, and we're taking a look at another indie game of Below, the latest title from Capy Games, who are the creators of such magical games as Swords and Sorcery and Super Time Force. And it's a team of two guys who make a lot of really great stuff. And so Below is their sort of stab at the roguelike genre, kind of combined with the hyper risk-reward systems and combat styles of games like Dark Souls. You start out as this lone knight on the beach of this massive island, and it's windy and stormy, and you find your way into this dungeon, and immediately you feel as if you're a very minuscule creature in a very big world, which is the sort of motif that they're going for. And as you explore through here, you have to be very careful. Your character can only take one pot shot, and then you're done. You gotta start over from the very beginning, and that is definitely something we see a lot from games like the Souls series. It's something that punishes you very severely, so you have to be very critical and very cautious about your actions and be very specific about what you're doing and why. And so I think this has a lot of the great features that we would enjoy, especially as someone who likes a lot of roguelike games like Nuclear Throne. And I definitely, both me and my host here, Mr. Savric, really enjoyed the Soul series. But we do have a couple things that we're sort of worried about initially, just seeing very specific amounts of gameplay from the fighting.
Yeah, so the first thing that really jumps out at me, keeping in mind that, it's still in development and they haven't shown a lot of the game, but the actual combat does look kind of grindy. It looks almost like you can just block and attack once every 2 minutes to kill whoever you want to kill. And it would also be nice if they had some more like dynamic weapons, or maybe some abilities that you can use to help you throughout your adventure. Maybe you have magic or a sword that has fire on it, or whatever it may be. But as of now, there's nothing like that in the game.
Right, and especially with a game that offers a lot of environmental puzzles that almost imply or seem to involve magic runes and glyphs, it might be interesting to be able to unlock some magic abilities later down the road. And the other sort of component we're looking at is this game has a lot of really beautiful landscapes. It's got a lot of really great artwork that it's built on top of. They've got this great open world aesthetic that you need for a good roguelike game. And it looks beautiful, but they're also trying to add in a little bit more spice to the mix by making a lot of it procedurally generated and a little bit more random, so that everyone's experience is a little bit different and unique to their experience. And that could spell a few problems, because while, procedurally generated content is great for games like Minecraft or maybe No Man's Sky coming up in next year, when you're trying to create a catered experience that has a specific storyline and a specific set of challenges, you can run into some problems with random generation, making it so that a room is too easy, too difficult, just more random and doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, and it kind of degrades the narrative experience a little bit when it's not as directly catered and less linear. But at the same time, not running into the exact same things as your friend and not being able to just follow a strategy guide online really makes the whole thing a little bit more difficult and a little bit more genuine to what you're trying to experience. So it should be interesting to see how they try to address those issues moving forward, because that's the sort of gameplay mechanic that we've seen from a lot of different studios.
Yeah, and I can understand why they want to do it, especially like you mentioned about not wanting to be able to look up a guide and just breeze through the game. That's not the experience that they're really shooting for. For me, the issue I have with it, it's such a beautiful art style. I feel if they had spent time and just designed the game page by page instead of generating it, then they could really deliver this just over-the-top beautiful experience. Whereas if it's all generated, it could end up not delivering on that front.
Right. Well, otherwise, we're looking forward to this game from Capy Games. Really excited. We should see this coming out on consoles and definitely through Steam. So, we've been your hosts, Larry the Chupacabra and the Dread Pirate Savric. Join us again next time, and until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and toodaloo!
Bye, guys.